I just want to say that on behalf of everyone here tonight, I would like to thank you, Andrew, our dear friend and our esteemed colleague, for yet again serving as our gracious, warm, and inspiring host. I have to say that your love for the why and your dedication to the mission is evident in every project you undertake, every conversation you have, every decision that you make, and certainly in every turn that you have at the microphone. So thank you. Everyone, please join me in expressing our gratitude to Andrew, the host with the most. Andrew mentioned that I'm here to share insights and stories highlighting the impact and importance of the board's roles in the leadership of the Y. And that's kind of true, except that I'm not here to talk about the board in general. I'm here to talk specifically about Andrew's impact and the importance of our outgoing chair as of September. Hard to imagine, 3 years. I was honored to serve as the 25th board chair for the Metropolitan LAY. And so I sincerely appreciate what role the board chair has to play in shaping our beloved organization. The board chair serves as a guiding light, ensuring that our vision remains focused and that decisions are grounded in our shared values and in our unwavering commitment to strengthening our community. With that commitment as our North Star, the chair works closely with the CEO and fellow board members to set goals, develop strategies, and provide oversight. So recently, in describing Andrew's leadership qualities, along with dignity and wisdom and humor and kindness, I found myself using, perhaps for the first time ever, in describing a leader, I found myself using the word humility. I'd of course heard that word applied to leaders before, and I think, frankly, I found it a bit puzzling. So I had to really stop and think about why that word popped into my head in describing the way that Andrew leads, with humility. And what exactly did I mean by that? Again, I had to ask myself, and here's what I realized. Andrew leads with selflessness. Every decision he makes, every sentence that comes out of his mouth, and I believe every thought in his head as chairman of the board, is about what's best for the why, what raises up his colleagues, and what transforms the community. So I finally got it. That's how I would describe what it means to lead with humility. So then, curious how others might define it, what do you do? But you go and you Google it, right? So I did that. And I just loved this description because it so perfectly seemed to capture the essence of Andrew. The qualities of a person who's able to lead with humility are patience, gentleness, unselfishness, happiness. And there you go. That's Andrew. And I'll just bet that his father, and before him, Andrew's grandfather, shared those same qualities. The Crowell family's legacy with the Y of Metropolitan LA spans generations. Andrew's late grandfather, Warren Crowell, founded his stock and bond investment firm in 1932 on Spring Street in the heart of Los Angeles. As fate would have it, his first office was located near the LA. His first office was near the LA Stock Exchange, and that was just a stone's throw from the Metro Y's offices. While the precise details may be lost to time, one can imagine a young Warren Crowell, brimming with ambition, introducing himself as a local financial advisor to the neighboring businesses. In this manner, he first crossed the threshold of the Metro Y, and he joined the board of directors in the early 1940s and served continuously until his passing over 50 years later. Upon Warren's departure, the torch was passed to his son, Don Crowell, who carried on the family tradition and served on the board with distinction for nearly 20 years. And then 6 months, approximately, after Don's passing, the Crowell Y story continued when Andrew received a phone call from the then CEO of the Y, Larry Rosen. Larry, with his usual charm and humor, presented Andrew with a choice. He could have his father, Don's director's chair, bearing the Crowell name, shipped to him at his home, or he could meet with Larry, and they would have a cup of coffee and discuss the vital work the Y was doing in Los Angeles. So Andrew, compelled by this rather peculiar approach, agreed to meet with Larry, and soon thereafter he joined the board of directors. So that was in 2009. Andrew became the 27th chair of the Metro Board in 2020. And he's consistently demonstrated an exceptional ability to inspire, innovate, and collaborate, impacting the lives of countless individuals in our community as we faced a number of crises, but I have to say unforeseen challenges, and many of them obviously were the result of the COVID-19 pandemic, as Andrew has talked about. Andrew leaves a tremendous legacy, but I just want to give you a couple of examples, one of which was mentioned by Andrew earlier. You all know just how important the camp experience is to literally changing the trajectory of a kid's life. And if you haven't been to camp yourself, you've heard enough about it or could even imagine it. There's hiking, swimming, horseback riding, archery, environmental science, journalism, arts and crafts, storytelling, group challenges, individual challenges, so many opportunities for discovery and enrichment. But as you also know, our beloved Camp Whittle is in need of serious capital investment and renovations to keep the magic alive. As Andrew talked about, yes, there has been a terrific campaign raising money, but it was under Andrew's leadership, and our capital campaign has made incredible progress. Not only did Andrew lead, encourage, and inspire our Metro Board to make this campaign an association-wide priority, but thanks to his own personal gift and commitment, he has helped reach the goal of 100% board participation. And now, as Andrew said, having raised over $10 million toward the campaign, we're moving forward publicly and with only $5 million left to raise to bring the much needed renovations that will ensure the future of Camp Whittle for generations to come. A second quick example. Andrew led the effort, complicated, time-consuming, months-long process to select a new CEO for the Metropolitan LAY. His vision for a broader and more inclusive community resulted in the historic appointment of our new president and CEO, whom you'll be hearing from in a little bit, Victor Dominguez. This milestone in our Y's journey is just one expression of Andrew's commitment to a more equitable future. So, with that, let's take a moment to celebrate Andrew's kind spirit and legacy as the board chair with a video tribute highlighting his remarkable journey and leadership within our beloved Y.
For over 140 years, the YMCA of Metropolitan Los Angeles has stood as a pillar of support and opportunity in the community. While our cause to strengthen community has remained steadfast, the lifeblood of the organization has always been our dedicated volunteer leaders. In 2020, amidst a time of unprecedented uncertainty and fear, Andrew Crowell stepped up to serve as the 27th board chair of the YMCA of Metropolitan Los Angeles. He brought a passionate commitment to the Y's mission when it was needed most. This is his inspiring story.
When Andrew became board chair, the LAY, we had tremendous momentum, tremendous success.
All of a sudden, overnight, we didn't have any branches that could open, operate. We really didn't have the YMCA as we previously thought of the YMCA.
As things rolled out, we were all uncertain as to how long this was going to last, what the implications were going to be, what the impact was going to be for the Y.
I think everyone everywhere felt a little unsure. Your footing wasn't sound, but the Y leadership, Andrew, made us all feel very comfortable and that we were heading in the right direction, and we had a direction when everything else felt like there was no direction. We jumped on the ship and followed Andrew and staff and got things done.
We kept all of the wonderful things about the Y, but we added so many new programs that are going to have dramatically changed people's lives, and new programs that we're going to continue with, I think, because we've become so important to the community in so many unexpected ways.
So Andrew really took the reins and ran with the leadership of the organization and did a job that we'll all look at for years and say, you know what, that was a tough time, and we had a tough guy in place to be able to lead us through.
I'm not sure it could have ever been so difficult, yet handled like it was a normal course of business. Things just moved along and got done, and that's what he did so well in keeping the board together and keeping everybody looking forward to getting the job done for the city of LA.
So I think it was a wonderful time for the board in an odd way, because we saw the deep caring and what the Y is capable of doing.
Some of the programs and services that the YMCA of Metropolitan Los Angeles has offered over the past year so we could keep our communities together. I hope you too will be inspired and proud to be part of such a compassionate organization. You're going to see that we offered food distribution, child care, senior services, shower programs, blood drives, and so many other programs because that's what the community needed. And you thought we were gyms and swimming pools.
Oh, you mean that COVID thing? Or was it replacing a superb CEO with another superb CEO? Otherwise, he didn't do much. You know, he really kind of glided through, but he pulled together some of the most important events in our history and did so in an unbelievably powerful, calm, and impressive way, and got things done.
The new CEO, and Victor Dominguez, and that, of course, was a significant process that Andrew led and did a beautiful job.
We like to talk about equity and inclusion and diversity at the Los Angeles Y. Andrew truly put that front and center in a lot of what we did as an organization. And I'm here today very proud but very thankful to Andrew and to our board of directors for selecting me as their CEO.
There were two things about Andrew that I love. I mean, they're like out of nowhere. One is that he is an electronic dance music fan, and you didn't know, and he and his son go to electronic dance music concerts and listen, you know, on their own. So that's one thing. And the other is that he memorizes and recites cowboy poetry. So at the retreat last year, we had this wonderful moment where Andrew stood up and started reciting, and it was just a complete surprise. It was really fun. And one of the marvelous things about Andrew, I would say, is that there is this underlying naturalness and humor and just, you know, basic fun about him.
As we look back on Andrew's time as board chair, His lasting legacy at the YMCA of Metropolitan Los Angeles is clear. His leadership has left an indelible mark on the organization, and his passion for the Y's mission will continue to inspire us all.
Andrew, we have a shared passion for the Y that our fathers embedded in our souls. And to watch you show that passion every single day in your leadership has been unbelievable. It's been a pleasure to work with you, and I know that your dad is very proud.
You are a great example of what makes the Y not only a great place for our community, but a great place for our board members to come together and help Los Angeles. Thank you.
So Andrew, I just want to say that you are a fabulous leader, and I have really loved serving on the board during your stewardship. And the wonderful qualities that you bring as a leader of decency and dignity and humility and caring and thoughtful analysis and fun and a fabulous sense of humor those qualities make you a great leader. They also make you an absolutely wonderful human being, a jewel of a person.
True leadership is somebody who does it without trying to be seen as doing it, who just does it because it comes from their heart, and that was you every step of the way. So thank you for your leadership. Thank you for taking on a very difficult role at a difficult time in American history, and thank you for being the man that you are. God bless.
Your chairmanship will forever be remembered. You have changed the Y in so many ways. You've changed the Y for good. I thank you, Andrew, from the bottom of my heart.